right. Hello there.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. It's Dina. Welcome to Interviews from the Lounge here at my lounge inside my studio. And I am here with my friend and client, Dr. Tania Williams. She is, so what is it? Doctor of Chiropractic? Is that what it's called?
Yes, Doctor of Chiropractic.
She's a chiropractor.
Yeah.
It's funny because I do find that some people don't even know what chiropractic is.
It's very
So
misunderstood. Yes.
you find that a lot.
Yes.
Okay, so why don't we start there?
Sure.
Let's talk about, why don't you tell us what chiropractic is? I know what it is, but there might be people that are watching this that don't know what it is.
Yeah,
So maybe
absolutely.
You can explain it to us.
So I always thought of chiropractic as neck pain, back pain, headaches, maybe. That was like the extent of my knowledge. And then I got educated about chiropractic, and it was actually a very sad story, but it led me to where I am today. But my dad got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer when he was 59 and passed away 3 months after his diagnosis. At that time, I knew a little bit about holistic living. I was going to Institute for Integrative Nutrition, so I was learning about different kinds of like diets and ways of eating.
So are you a nutritionist also?
I'm what is health coach, certified
Okay.
health coach.
Yeah.
So I did that back in I don't know what year that was, 2005 maybe. So I started with my dad when he was sick. I started doing some things like alkalizing his water, which was not even a thing back then, how it is now. But I started looking at his diet, doing smoothies, juices, things like that. Supplements. I didn't know about chiropractic care then like I do now, but with my dad's passing, it's what led me to chiropractic care. I actually started going to a chiropractor.
Wow.
And there's different types of chiropractors and chiropractic. There's over 300 different techniques. So it's
I didn't know
it's
that.
not all the same, and someone could go and get an experience maybe, and then be like, oh, I didn't realize that it could be different,
Right.
So I started going to a chiropractor, and he actually started working on the emotional component to the nervous system. So very simplified version, but our nervous system is made up of our brain, spinal cord, and nerves. And that system is what controls the function pretty much of the entire body. And so there's 3 things that can interrupt the signals or the messages that come from the brain that go to the body. And that's chemical, emotional, and physical stress. So a lot of times we think chiropractic as the physical, right? Like a physical adjustment.
Yeah, because so many people are like, well, I don't want to go to a chiropractor because I don't want to get cracked. I'm afraid to get cracked. And I'm like, you can go and tell them that you don't want to get cracked.
Yes.
And there's so much more that they offer. So
yes.
go ahead. I don't mean to interrupt, but
no, that's a great point because they think of it.
But that's all they think about.
And with YouTube and these videos now, people
Yes,
see it online and they're and they're
"They're
wearing the
gonna break my
microphones and it's
neck."
loud. It's not always like that.
And it's
Especially for babies and kids. It's
Yeah.
very gentle. You don't
Yes.
have the cracking with babies. There's instruments we can use, right? There's an activator, different things that actually the speed of the instrument makes up for the force. So you don't need very much force at all. It's very light and gentle.
Okay.
So I started basically, there's a technique that I do called neuro-emotional technique, and it works on the emotional component of the subluxation. So subluxation is basically anything that gets in the way of the nerve flow coming from the brain going to the body. And it's really higher power, whatever the higher power is for you, that's what's fueling your body. It's coming from somewhere, right? So it's opening up that. We're all energy. So it's opening up that energy.
And is it true? It's true, right? That our spine, right?
Yes.
The spinal column with all the nerves, as you said before. So if this vertebra is out, you could look at somebody and be like, oh, you probably have constipation or diarrhea or chronic sore throat. You could just look at their subluxations, if you will, right? On their alignment of their spine and know what physical symptoms they might be suffering.
Yes, it's
in addition to all these other. Isn't it? It's just amazing because it's like the engine of our car.
Yeah, and dentistry is similar like that too. If you go to a good holistic dentist, they'll show you how the teeth are related to the body too, or reflexology. It's there's so many components. We're all connected, and you know that best being Pilates instructor because just how everything in the body is connected to something else, right? And the emotional component too. You're very trained in as well.
It's all way beyond Pilates, way beyond it, right?
It's amazing.
It's amazing. So go ahead.
Yeah.
Continue.
So I started so a neuro-emotional technique, just what you said, how each vertebra goes to a different part of the body organ. In addition to that, there's also the emotion that goes towards it. So for instance, the lungs, right? That's controlled by the upper thoracic area, but also there's the I'm forgetting now. sadness or grief is
Grief.
housed in the lungs.
And you know what? This is
Yeah.
so crazy because it's so much like the chakra systems.
Yes.
Okay, like the 7 chakra systems
Mm-hmm.
in the yogic belief or whatever. Right? I mean,
Yeah.
the lungs and grief is the
Yes.
demon of the heart chakra, which is the chest. The lungs, air is the element.
Yes.
It's all.
Yes.
I love it.
So the NET chart has all that in there, and there's actually remedies that you can do that are homeopathic that are air, wood, fire, like all
Yep,
those
all
different
the
remedies.
elements. And
Yes.
each one
Th-
it vibrates to a sound and to the
Yeah.
element, and
There's foods that are
yes,
healing to it
yes.
too.
And then
It's
you get into the Ayurvedic stuff,
yes.
obviously, and the
That was
heat and
awesome with the nutrition stuff that we learned, the
you
Ayurvedic
did,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you make, well, there's so much we could talk about here.
I
She
know.
makes homemade elderberry syrup and some homemade remedies as well, and sells them locally.
Yes.
And do you ship them people, or you
I have
haven't
not
gotten to
figured out
that
the
place
shipping yet. I need
I
to.
know, me
But
too, with my
I'm
homemade
scared.
products.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know how it would
You need
hold
to
up.
figure it out.
Yeah.
It's best local right now, I guess.
Yeah, it's best local. And like into the Ayurvedic too. So I had 2 home births. This is like off topic, but
Oh my God,
we
those
had,
pictures were crazy. Maybe I'll
yeah,
send some links to some of her stuff. I'll do links to your stuff.
that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the second baby, we had a postpartum doula that cooked all Ayurvedic food for us from the moment I had the
Wow, I didn't know
baby
that.
until 6 weeks. She like pretty much was with us. So
Wow.
that was
Now,
amazing
was that in
too.
California?
That was in California.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I love everything. Natural birth,
Yeah.
kids, chiropractic, holistic.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And so you were saying before, you adjust babies and children, not just adults?
Yes.
All
My
ages.
favorite, actually. Like
Yeah.
I love adjusting everyone, families, but
Mhm.
my favorite is probably kids, pregnant moms, babies.
Pregnant
Just 'cause-
moms,
yes,
pregnant people.
pregnant
So
moms.
pregnant people, pregnant women. Let's not go there. Only women could get pregnant in my world. Okay, just saying. So whatever you believe,
Yes.
maybe you want to pause and stop that if you believe something different. Sorry. So anyway, so here on Long Island,
Yes.
you practice. Where do you practice?
So I practice in Sayville. A good friend of mine, Dr. Ron Sinagra, and I practice together. And he was a straight chiropractor for 15 years, just doing upper cervical adjustments because, like I said, many different types. But the most important part of your spine is actually the brainstem. We say the brain controls the body. It's actually the brain stem that controls the body, not the actual brain. The brain is what's, allowing you to have the higher thinking and things like that. But it's your brain stem, which connects the brain and the spinal cord, that actually controls everything.
And what are the meninges? Is that something related to the brain stem?
Yes, it's all of the soft tissue and nerves that connects. Yes,
because sometimes you get an adjustment and it's like, woo.
Yes,
it's like when they release, or it's
it
like when they're
releases it.
stuck. It's like
important for babies, especially because if you think about the birthing process,
oh my God, that's trauma right there.
It's such trauma, whether it's a quick birth or a long birth. I know mine first was 33 hours. It was long. He was stuck for a long time in the wrong position. So that puts a lot of tension on the meninges. And that's where the light chiropractic comes in. Like, you don't necessarily have to have an adjustment where it's the more force, manual adjustment.
Yeah.
There are light touch things that you can do that affect the meninges that are life-changing for the body. Because really, like, a lot of diseases come from dysregulation in the nervous system. And if we can just interrupt that dysregulation and make the regulation, make your body more regulated, that's going to have less disease.
Yeah.
And
you know what? I've always said that too, but like different things in our bodies when we don't move, when things are stuck.
Yes.
Like right now, my breath is stuck because I slept terrible. I need such an adjustment, or 10. But anyway, enough about me. But I've always, said that, when things in our body, if we're not standing properly, our organs don't have, the room to do what they have to do, and blah, 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 and we don't pay attention to things that are off in our body, it creates dis-ease in the body, which becomes disease.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
amazing.
A lot. Yeah.
It's amazing. It's all connected. We can talk forever and ever. And I think we're probably going to do in the future is maybe like some episodes about specific subjects, and maybe we can do something where people can send in questions and answers, because I really want to get this sequence and series going. I did one interview last year and then everything happens, so I'm trying to get back on track now at the end of this year with some YouTube stuff and some really continuing this series with wellness. And her husband is also a friend of mine and a client of mine and a chiropractor, the father of her children. He was there with the home births. He was like, well, I want to get my interview. I'm like, you will. So I'm very honored and grateful to be able to have this, because I feel like it's just so important that there's so much that we can do, especially in today's world where, the government and big pharma, it's been just way too long. We've been poisoned, like you said before, chemical and whatever. There's so much going on, and there's so many choices that people make that they don't realize that they can make better choices, and that we do have choices out there.
Yes.
And the holistic and functional medicine way
Yes.
is such a better way to go.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say, that I get sidetracked sometimes. I apologize.
Hello.
But Dr. Ron and I, so 15 years of straight chiropractic, and now he does functional for the last 15 years. And so I started doing functional wellness with him.
Tell us what that means.
Yeah. So a lot of people say functional medicine. We don't like saying that because there's no medicine involved in what we do, but a lot of people do. That's how they know it, right? That's like the common. But really what it is
functional health exploration.
Functional health, functional wellness. The best way I can describe it is like we have in the office, we have this picture, and it's like it's a sad face actually in the middle, and then it has all these bubbles around it, right? And it has different systems in the body, right? We have the gut, we have the hormones, right? We have the adrenals, we have food allergies, thyroid, skin, right? All these different things. And what medicine does is it breaks the body into pieces, right? So you have a problem with your gut, you go to a gastroenterologist, right? You have a problem with your thyroid, you go to an endo. You have a women's problem, you go to a gyno. The problem with that model is that it's not looking at everything together, and it's just looking at one piece.
Right.
It's great for crisis care. Like if you have something going on and you need like a medication or a surgery in that moment to, get you out of crisis, but it's not a good health restoration model. And so what functional does is it looks at everything, and we work on a system every single week and how it relates to something else, right? So we do extensive blood work to see how is the thyroid functioning. We're not just going to check T3, T4, TSH. We're going to check the antibodies. Do you have antibodies against your thyroid? And I can get more into that. But, is it, what's reverse T3 at? What's this at? And it looks at the whole picture instead of just a piece.
It's like a real deep dive
into
the whole system.
Huge dive. It's like 30 vials maybe. They have to get taken of blood. It's a lot. Yeah. But that's what's necessary to see what's going on in the body.
Do you guys do acupuncture at your location as well?
We do have an acupuncturist. Yes. She does biofeedback as well, which is amazing.
Yes.
And Moxie, they call it. It's like, I don't know that much about it, but I know it smells really good. It's like an incense. They put different points and they like light it on fire, and
Well, I want to find out about that.
It's pretty cool.
Wow.
And then there's a massage therapist there too. But
okay.
Yeah.
There's something else too that we had to reschedule like 2 or 3 times. Janine D'Angelo, who has better body thermography. Have you had thermography done?
No, I haven't.
Personally, not yet.
But Janine and I went to school together, integrated nutrition, back in the 2000s, early 2000s, which is crazy. Yeah, right? So it's just such a small world.
I'm going to have Janine on an interview too, because, I'm so interested in the thermography.
Yes.
You will never can pay me to go get another mammography in my life or anything like that. And, listen, I'm an opinion bully. I think Tania is right there with me, but she's also, she practices this stuff. I've been living my way for many, many years, vegan and as holistic and clean as possible for a very long time. But this is why I'm so drawn to this type of thing, because, we need more people out there like Tania, Dr. Ron, and all these people. So that being said, I have an item here. Now, you turned me onto this. So Tania has, I'm going to put her links in there for her Instagram and whatnot. And watching her Instagram, following her Instagram when, we first even met a few years ago, she has some products that she really believes in and uses in her life, whether it's a house, home products, cleaning products, natural skincare products or makeup. And one thing that she was promoting was this Lumebox. So of course I'm like all into red light, everything, right? Red light's the big thing now. Even at Fitness Incentive, we had the infrared heating panels in the yoga room. We were the first one here in South Shore, Long Island, to have that in our yoga room. Everybody else just had forced air heat. And there's so many health benefits from the infrared heat and the red light. Now it's all over the place. Now everybody's, doing it. Everybody has it, blah, blah, blah. But this is like a home, like a little home portable loom
it's so
light.
portable.
So can you tell us about this?
Absolutely.
And,
that's what I love about it, that it's so portable.
Of course, I got one, and I've only used it a few times. It's crazy. But my girlfriend, and I turned my girlfriend, Debbie, onto it, and she's like, oh, are you using that Lumebox? It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. And I keep saying, George, we got to use the freaking Lumebox. He complains about this is sore from hockey or whatever. My husband plays ice hockey.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, what did I just say? I'm sore from the way I slept. Hello.
I
should be using my Lumebox.
Yes. I love infrared. If you have a infrared sauna, it's great. can be pricey. So this is like a nice affordable option, and it's portable, like Dina said. I love it so much because it has a timer on it. So you don't have to worry about turning it off. It's 12 minutes. It has near infrared and it has red light and near infrared. The near is more for your topical conditions. So like for increasing collagen production in the skin. So more of like that outer surface area. And then
that's the near right there.
And then the
that's both.
Infrared is for more deep tissue. So
near.
You know, my son, my nephew, they play football. It's very physical. I make sure they do the red light all the time, as well as get adjusted, because it's just so important. You know, when we're young, we don't really
don't look at it.
We don't feel
like go blind if I look at it. I'm not going to look at it on purpose, but if it catches my eye,
no, you're fine.
Like
so
what if Rocky's walking by and
it comes with
gets in his
goggles?
eye?
So like I'll only wear this if I do it.
Remember
directly
those
on
from
my
the tanning
face.
beds back in the day? Oh, maron.
But I don't wear them if I'm just placing it somewhere, like I'm holding it here, or like I'll lay on it sometimes.
We hold it with like what, a couple of inches away from the.
Yeah, I put it right on sometimes. Like I'll do it. I do for my thyroid because I did have some thyroid antibodies on my blood test, so I'll do it right on my thyroid.
You did?
Yeah.
This has a handle.
Yes, the handle is great,
but it also has a stand.
Yes. So you can actually hold it like, yeah, it's like you can't have the handle on when it's on the stand, but you can when you're holding it. When my kids are sick, I'm always they're asking for it now. They're like, Mom, where's the red light? Like they'll lay with the red light on.
That.
It's like a little bit of warmth. It's not hot, which is nice.
Use it on Rocky's leg. You think I could use it on Rocky?
I would definitely use it on his leg. Yes. And then people ask like which near or the infrared. I just use both settings.
That's what I have it on right now.
Yeah, the red and the infrared.
And then this is the, let's see. I can't see anything without my glasses. So this is the regular red.
Yeah.
If you guys could see, I don't want to blind you up there. And then this is the near infrared. And then this is both.
Yeah. So
why not use both?
I use both.
You get the benefits of.
Yeah. And so 12 minutes, it's portable, it's safe, low EMF, which is important. So
yeah, I remember looking that up. It's very low.
Yeah.
I know some people say, well, I got this one. It has no AM. I'm like, well, whatever. I researched it. And then of course, not that I didn't trust Tania, but I was just like, oh, what does that mean? And blah, blah, blah. So,
and I think it's like you save like $250 with my link. And then I think they're having a big Black Friday sale. They usually have like their biggest sale of the year. So,
oh really?
Yes. If you are,
I'm glad I brought this up.
Wanting to treat yourself, it's going to be a good time to do that soon with the holidays coming up.
Oh, I'll put a link in there, and if you have questions, you'll let me know. So, by the way, this thing holds a freaking charge.
Oh yeah.
Well, I haven't used it, but like that much. But it holds a charge. Like I haven't charged this,
and it charges quickly too. It's pretty amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well. So this is just an idea. I mean, because I want to get an infrared sauna.
Me too. My sister has one, and
I'm really jealous.
I go in it all the time.
Where's in her house or outside?
Outside.
So it's made for outside.
Yes.
Where'd you get it?
Amazon.
Yeah, but how much are those things? Like thousands of dollars.
My sister's like the bargain hunter, though. She ended up getting it for free. And then she just paid to fix it and install it because it came broken.
See, why can't I?
Know, but I think it's like 4,000, maybe 4,000.
Yeah, I can't be investing that.
I know,
but maybe one day.
But that's why this is a good investment.
It is.
Until we can get like our own.
I swear to God, I was looking at like George. Okay, maybe I'll charge it. There was like one at Costco. There was one,
I know,
but we don't have anywhere inside the house to put them. So it would have to be one of the outdoor ones. And
I also love cold plunge.
You do?
I haven't done it. Yeah, I haven't done
I
it
didn't
in a
do
while,
that. You believe in that a lot? Like
I
feel it's good.
When I was doing it 3 times a week, my mental clarity, like it was amazing.
Did you go to a place to do it?
I went to a place. Yes.
They have a lot of them out there now too.
Yeah, well, California was amazing because they had this. It was very like community based, and they had you go in the cold plunge together with like a group, right? Like after doing a breath class or like a yoga class, and then you go in the sauna. Or the hot. They had a hot.
Oh my God. I don't know if I'm brave enough. I'm going to just take a cold shower.
Yeah, that's harder.
Yeah, it is.
It is, but.
Because you just go in for like how
3 minutes.
3 minutes?
And you have booties on, so it keeps your feet warm. And you just sit still, and then you go right into the jacuzzi after. And you feel the tingles in the body. It was pretty amazing. But they have it here in Long Island. The place I go for a massage, they have it. But doing it by myself is not that enjoyable. Like I like being in a group and like you're all kind of doing it together.
Yeah, see me, I feel like I'd be the opposite. Like, yeah, get away from me. I'm gonna go by myself. I don't want to do this.
I know.
But you know, everybody has their thing.
Yeah.
Everybody has their thing.
I know.
So is your only place you practice in the office? Do you do?
I see people at home too.
So like babies and children or somebody like you will take some clients at home depending on the scheduling and stuff.
Yeah. So like I'm in a very close knit community in Oakdale, and you know, a lot of the moms and dads and parents and kids, they want to just come to the house. So sometimes I'll do that as
Yeah.
well.
And especially the boys, your boys are in school. They're what, 7 and
9
9?
and 6, almost
6.
7. Yep.
Look, little Cordy just turned 9.
Yep. Just
And I
turned
forgot to
9.
wish him a happy birthday when he was here for his trumpet
Aw.
lesson.
Yep. They're
And
getting big.
then
It's
Reese
crazy.
is,
He'll be 7 in January.
geez Louise.
I know.
Okay. I
So
can't
they've been
believe
adjusted
it.
since birth, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
They've like really had no medication. I think my older son had antibiotics once for an ear infection 2 years ago, and my youngest has never had any
And then
antibiotics.
they have friends at school, and then you volunteer at the school. You're at the school, so
Yes.
you like the children of
Yes.
like
Yeah.
some of their peers and friends will come for adjustments and
Yeah.
whatnot too. Do they
Yep.
talk about it to their friends?
I think they do. And then the school nurse is really cool because
Oh yeah.
she knows I adjust them. So she'll be like, if they do get sick, let's say, I'll be like, all right, I'll come pick them up, I'll adjust them, and they're usually better in a couple of days, which is nice
Yeah.
because
There's
these kids are
yeah,
out.
the kids. We always make the joke, but kids are like little petri dishes.
They
You know?
are.
I
Yeah.
remember George, my husband, teaches music at the Kingdom Montessori School, as you know, and so I remember one year we're sitting there, and because I went to like the graduation, they do music performances, and I'm sitting there, and these little kids, they're just so cute, and they're all sniffling, and they're like this.
Oh my gosh.
Wiping, and then they're playing and touching each other's hands, and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, since when did I become such a germphobe,
I know.
But I'm like, you have to build your natural immunities, obviously, but there's so much interference in this world, and especially this country. And, we can get into a whole other subject of vaccinations and the excipients and those and all of that, and stuff that gives them this not so good head start on life, or head start on autoimmune conditions.
It's
but
hard.
That's another subject. I think maybe we could figure out to do subjects.
Even with like Tylenol, like
oh my gosh,
lowering a fever. Remember the body gives you a fever for a reason.
Yes.
Virus and bacteria, and pathogens, they can't survive in a body that's too hot. But what we're doing is we're actually like lowering the fever with a medication. And I understand like kids get sick, it's really hard to watch. Like it's especially with ear infections. That's why I did give the antibiotic that one time.
That means their body's working. It's their natural. I mean, again, don't get me wrong. Like you said before, I'm sure there are times when there's conventional medicine intervention is absolutely
needed.
Necessary.
Yeah.
But not on this
we're overusing
daily
it. That's
basis,
the problem.
the way that we do. I mean, popping up.
And
everybody's medicated.
Yep.
To deal with it. People don't have no coping skills anymore.
I know.
So when we get into this whole, and again, I'm using the term holistic for lack of better terminology, but I think to my mind, holistic means encompassing the whole of it or all of it. I don't know if that's correct.
Yeah.
But we have the terms naturopath and this, but chiropractic is so much more than just cracking your neck and popping your bones back into alignment, if you will, right? As Tania said before, and when you work the whole of the system, you do get better all levels. Like people with anxiety and again, comes from lack of coping skills sometimes, and the stress levels, people don't know how to handle that, and that's where they start to get. But
especially living on Long Island, it's so stressful with like two parents.
You've been back in New York how long?
It'll be 3 years in April.
Okay, so you were going to say that it's different.
Just like having both parents having to work. I always joke, I was like, I want to go back to 1950. No like iPads, no phones, and
down the Reed world.
Mom goes to work. Mom stays home.
Mom stays home.
Dad goes to work. Family dinner, church on Sunday. Right? Like just simple, you know. But we're living in this world today where like the technology is great, it helps a lot, but it has its downfall. We have to. It's not all bad, but we have like there's ways to use it and stuff like that. But I think there's like it's very important to limit it, and
I agree.
It's so challenging.
It's all about the balance, and and that's the tough thing. What would you just say about oh, geez, I'm so burnt. You said you forget sometimes. I get sidetracked. You said,
yeah.
But the technology. There was something else that I was just going to say. I can't remember though. But
the dual incomes, living on Long Island.
Yeah, I don't know. Finding the balance.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had a thought, but it escaped me.
I really admire like watching you and all you cook, and like it's so hard. I really feel for families and women. It's like to be able, to have to feel that pressure of, bringing in an income and then taking care of the household and taking care of the kids and cooking and keeping the house clean, and and the men that are going out there too. And and working and providing and all that. It's just, it's
Yeah,
a lot.
they try to find a balance too. Like
Yeah.
sometimes depending on the situation in the household, you know, they don't get to spend enough time with their children,
Yeah.
perhaps, depending on their jobs, working in the city, having to get home late, don't get enough
Mhm.
time. And, you know, and even like we say, it's about, you know, trying to find balance between, you know, work and fun and family and, you know,
Yes.
and then you have two different personalities. Then when you have children, there's another
Yes.
more human beings in the house.
More
and
dynamics.
you,
Yeah.
it's a whole different dynamic
Yeah.
to work with, you know?
Yeah.
So, but finding that place where you can, you know, have reprieve and I don't know, it's tough. It
Yeah.
really is tough, but it's just too easy to do the, I guess to do the escape and physically to do the treating the symptom and not the cause, right? Same
Mhm.
thing in relationships. You can treat a symptom, but not the cause. We got to get down to it.
Yeah.
Communication is key.
It's key.
You know, there was
Yeah.
something I was going to say. I wish, I think it was a good point.
It was probably. And
Somebody always said, well, if you forgot it, then it was probably a lie.
no, and it'll probably
that's,
come back, but I'm the same way.
it'll come back after we say goodbye.
Thank
But
you.
yeah. So what else is there? Something else that anything else that you would like to talk about or put out there for people?
Just
Something
it can be overwhelming sometimes. So every step you make, like that you take towards wellness, is so important. And it, like, don't feel like you have to do everything. I know when I learned about like the household products and the makeup and the skincare, I was like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? And I like threw everything out and I replaced it. But it's like one step at a time.
And I love that because I'm a bit older than you, and I started this journey 30 years ago, right? So I've been living vegan, and that's all about the ethical thing. That's about the animals. I mean, you could be a really disgustingly unhealthy vegan because, you know, you could be eating Oreos and crap and whatever. But I like started avoiding hydrogenated oils at a certain stage and all kinds of things. You know, I was very sickly, not sickly, but I used to get sore throat and swollen glands all the time when I was younger. And I was on antibiotic a lot when I was younger. And then it was probably around when I was like, I don't even know, whatever. Talk about me another time. But I started early on in my 20s, like making my own tinctures, echinacea tinctures, and things like that. And I started to really get into that because they wanted to take my tonsils out right before I got married to my first husband. I was 23 years old. And I went, and the doctor says, "Oh, you know, your tonsils. Think about it like architecture. You got holes in them. It's like a building that's going to collapse. You got to get your tonsils out." I'm like, "Well, I'm getting married in a couple of months. At the end of the year, I'm not going to do." It's 1991, and I'm like, "I don't want to do that. I want to do that." So I start, you know, looking at different ways, and then within a few years, I gave up dairy completely and just started studying stuff, and just boom, you know, went from there. So and I've been all about, you know, no flu shots, none of this, because I read, I point over here because this is where my printer is, and I have a list of the excipients list from the CDC on all of these shots, from the tetanus shots to, like I said, we'll do a whole vaccine maybe thing another time because I would really love to talk about that and get a lot of your input. But yeah, I mean, and say, okay, don't wear that. That's why I'm always looking like a plain Jane, whatever. I said, I always make the joke, but it's true. I'm going to be the lady with the wrinkles and the gray hair because I'm not going to dye my hair.
Same.
I am never going to touch it. I have not touched it since 2005. I used to highlight anyway, but you know,
it's my downfall.
No, you're so beautiful. Stop. And you know, there's so many different things, but who knows? Once I get gray, I'm like, oh my God. But yeah, you know, just throwing away, like, not, don't put this in your, don't put that, no toothpaste. I make my own deodorant. I make my own cleaning products. I have a natural toothpaste, but I have toothpaste, making my own toothpaste, and, you know, just things like that. It took me a long time to get George, my husband, to use my deodorant because, you know, he was a police sergeant wearing these uniforms and doing midnights and sweating with that and playing ice hockey. But now for the past, I don't even know how many years, maybe 8 years, he's probably finally using it, and it works for him.
Yeah.
And he still plays ice hockey. He's retired, but he still plays ice hockey, and it works for him. So, you know, but these, there's one thing that, laundry detergent thing that I think you had put up, and I got that. I like it because I was doing my own laundry detergent too. I do my own dishwashing detergent, but what's the
Truly Free?
Truly Free.
Yeah, they have an unscented and a scented version. It's essential oils and the scented. If people don't want that, you can do the unscented. And I've been using it for 4 years now, and it's been great. Like,
I got it, and it lasts a long time. You
it
get
does.
I get the packets, and you put it in the thing, and you shake it up.
You're not buying plastic bottles. You're refilling your bottle, which is really nice. I wanted to
put
talk
the
about
link up.
the tonsils because if anyone's watching that has like a child that constantly getting sick, I mean, I have a patient right now that she's going for adenoid surgery on her little one.
Just so you know, my tonsils are freaking beautiful. They really were disgusting. Back then. They're beautiful now, but kids get their adenoids, their tonsils out all the time. Why?
Parents don't want to do the work to like remove
and tubes
dairy.
in the ears are a big thing. What
I
the
know,
heck?
and it's hard. I know it's hard. It's really hard to get a kid to eat certain things. I know. I'm with you. Like,
My
I,
mother would have beat me with a wooden spoon.
I like my kids were when they were
Kidding, Mom.
when they were born, like I was feeding them egg yolk and liver, but like as they get older, they get pickier, even chiropractic kids, you know, and we cave a little bit, but it's like if your child is having these constant ear infections, you know, strep infections, and they're saying to take out the adenoids or the tonsils. I'm saying this with love because I'm having a patient that's doing it now. I had another patient that had her sons, and you know, they explained, oh, it's just a minor surgery, like it's nothing major, and she regretted doing it after because it wasn't minor and it was major. And you know, these are all part of your immune system. You know, same with like the appendix. And I know if your appendix is about to rupture, yes, get it out. But like
Of
if
course.
they'll try to take stuff out when it's not really necessary. And, you know, we
Yeah.
have to be willing, like choose your hard, right? Like it's hard to take out dairy. It's hard to remove these things from our diet, but what's the alternative? It's hard to recover from surgery. It's hard to now have an organ removed that's supposed to be there because your immune system's not as going to be as strong or
Oh, there's
whatever, you know,
so
it's like,
much. It's true.
and it's like, my thing is choice though. Like I never want to be told what we have to do. If you want to go and do the surgery or if you want to go and get this flu shot or COVID shot, like do it. But like let it be a choice. It's not, it should never
And
be,
research it. And
and
everybody
research
has
it.
to do what they're most comfortable with, right?
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you. But to have knowledge from somebody who's so well trained and experienced with hundreds and hundreds of people and patients and bodies, I mean, you know, it's really great. So get opinions, get advice, but you know, not too much because you know, but everybody has to research and do what they're
Yeah,
comfortable
you
with.
got to do
And I
your own
agree.
research because like
Can people
technically I can't say don't take that medication. I can't say don't get that shot
right?
I'm
But
not a
people will
medical
say, well, if it
doctor.
was you, what would you do?
Yeah.
Okay, well, but you know, we're not going to tell you what to do and what not to
Yes.
do. Although, like I said, I'm a big opinion bully, and I'm going to be right there. And I don't have any, you know, kind of, um, you know, doctorate training or something, but I've been a body worker for many, many years.
You know so
Hence, we just
much.
had a nice little session over
Amazing
there,
session.
right?
I got
That's
here. She's
another
like, "Do
thing.
you want to do the session first or after?" I'm like, "First. I need to feel better to do this to talk."
And you feel better?
Feel amazing.
Yeah.
It's like
See,
night and day.
that's what we were saying before too. Taking care of yourself on so many
Oh
levels.
my
You know,
gosh, you have to.
doing your stretching, exercising, moving your body. The body needs movement. You know, and everybody's got to find the place and the thing that works best for them,
Yeah, I
right?
mean, I was doing CrossFit before this, and I'm so glad I quit because I literally was like undoing everything good I was doing with Pilates. So find what works for you. Check into Pilates, and you know,
Mm,
we talk about this like it's really hard to find a good instructor, someone that actually has the training.
yeah,
Dina can like recommend someone in your area possibly, and like
absolutely.
it's so important to put yourself first. You know, I'm a Christian, so I'm always putting God first, but like
Mm.
after being filled, like, right, like you need to fill your cup because there's no way you're going to be able to help your family or your employers, your employees, your coworkers. You can't help anyone if you're not first filled up. You
It's
know,
so
it's
true.
so
I
important to
agree with
put
you.
that oxygen mask on
Do
first.
you? Yeah, no, you're amazing. I really love you. Do
Me
you?
too.
Can people, anybody that's like watching this, because I have some friends that I'm going to make sure that I let them know that this is up there. Because you know, my YouTube channel is just, I only have a couple things up there, and I'm going to really trying to put more classes up there because for years and years, people are like, please, can you do, you know, some cooking, some this, and I just
Mm,
like, I just need one day off a week to try to get something done. So
yeah.
I'm trying to get it rolling. But anyway, I'm going to send this to a couple people or have a couple refer quite a
Yeah.
few people that I think you know. Um, I want to turn on to that road. I've been trying to. So can people like, you know, private message you on Instagram
Absolutely.
if they have questions about their kids with their tonsils and, you know,
Yes.
and then even so people that live other places, maybe you can do some research to refer them to somebody that you think might
Absolutely.
be, you know,
Yeah. I love doing one of my biggest, I don't know if it's love language, whatever it is. I love helping people. That's like my
yeah,
thing, right?
yeah,
And so if I can help someone find like a practitioner in their area, like
yeah.
it's
It's
key for me. You know, the functional we do virtually too, so that's nice.
absolutely,
We
yeah.
just refer you to get the body work somewhere else, the chiropractic.
Yeah,
But
the physical hands-on, obviously, if you
yeah,
live far away and stuff like that. But
but
it's
yeah, I
so
mean, I give out my cell phone number all the time. People can text me, send me a message on social, and I'm
great.
really good to
Yeah.
get back to people and
I'm going
just
to put all
help.
of those, all the links in the description on the video here once I upload it. And then, so, you know, but if you have any questions, of course, you just message me. And please follow Tania's, Dr. Tania Williams,
Dr. Tania Clean Beauty
Dr. Tania Clean Beauty. I'm going to
is
put it in the thing.
my
I'm going to put it in the
Instagram.
description. And, you know, if you are new to my YouTube channel, please hit that subscribe thing wherever it is. I'm not one of those people, but subscribe, it's free. And we're going to try to keep, doing stuff like this where we can just bring some question and answers or something too. Like we could just help people that really don't know or aren't familiar, and just we're trying to pull you over to the other side. Right. But
Yeah, open your
if you have,
mind and
yeah, just
yeah.
opening our minds. We can't have, open our bodies, open our minds. We need
Mhm.
the movement, we need physical movement, but we need, like we say, it's all connected. If I said it a gazillion
It's all
times, if I
connected.
had $1 for every time I said that,
Mhm.
$1, George would make fun of my Long Island accent.
I know. I'm married to a
So,
Southern guy, so he always makes fun of me.
oh,
I'm
that's
like,
so
draw.
funny.
He's like, what? The drawer. Open the
The
drawer.
drawer. What do you want for dinner? He's like, dinner? Oh my
It's great.
goodness. All right. So anyway, I hope this opens maybe some doors for some people, or piques some interest, because so many times I have referred people and told people, you really should go see a chiropractor. See, Dr. Krimi, who is uh, my husband's chiropractor right
Mhm.
here in Babylon before
Yeah.
we met you.
Yeah.
And I'm always saying, go to Dr. Krimi. Of course, now if somebody's
Mhm.
out in that direction, I'm like, please go. The other day, her husband was here with the son, was having a trumpet lesson with my husband, and I was just a disaster. So he's like, let me give you an adjustment. Holy schmoly, did I get such a release? But I need another one, because your body is always fighting
Yeah, this is a
to
good
go
point.
back to where it's used to being, and we know this in so many
Well,
different
people ask, they're
modalities.
like, I don't want to go to a chiropractor because then I'm going to have to go back again.
Right.
And I'm
And
like,
I don't
well,
want to
do
be
you shower
committed.
every day? Do you go
Yeah,
to the gym?
yeah.
Like, you don't just go once
And
and
it's not
then
like they're trying to hold on to you forever.
no.
It's, you need some consistency to
Yes.
get your body guided,
Yes.
to guide your body and your being into this place of balance. And then, then you could go down to however many times, but it's not, their goal is to set you free.
Yes.
Just like your parents, a sign of successful parenting is to
Yes.
set you free
I
and
love
let you
that.
go on your own. As a personal trainer, was never the vision to say, stay with me the rest of your life. Don't know how to do anything on your own.
No.
When I was used to personal train out on the floor, I'm like, you need to be able to learn how to do this on your own.
Yes.
But some people need that.
Yes. Accountability.
Somebody else to show them what to do. But anyway, that's a
Yeah.
whole other subject. We have a gazillion things we could talk about over here. I just love this woman so much. I'm grateful that she entered my life, and as a friend and a client, and just an amazing resource for so many things, and we just align so greatly. So I really thank you for your
Appreciate
time,
you.
and I hope, as I said, that anybody has any questions, if you're watching this, please just message us, and we'll get you rolling. But just I hope it opens a door, and I hope it piques some interest in some people. And anything you want to close with or say?
Just like step at a time. Yeah. Like everything you do brings you closer to health if you're doing, something good for your health. And everything you do that's not good is going to take you further away. So it's just focus on that next step, and don't get overwhelmed with doing it all, because you don't have to do it all at once. And really taking that first step is going to lead you in the right direction to have a more fulfilled life.
And even just asking questions, that's your first step right there.
Yeah.
Just inquiring, watching this video.
Thinking differently about things that you thought about your whole. Sometimes it's hard. People want to be right about something they believed in, but just admitting oh, maybe I was wrong about that. Let me look into this further.
Exploration.
Huge.
And change is good, and we're so afraid of change. So something that's, just like, giving up food or certain things, it's like, it's comfort.
Yeah.
It's comfort. So, and it's fear. You can't let fear is the demon of something in there, right? One of those chakras or something.
Yeah, you don't want to, I always say you're either coming from love or fear. So if you can be in love as much as possible. Is fear the demon of the heart chakra, or is it grief? I can't remember. I don't know.
Or shame. One of them. Because they're interchangeable.
I know shame and heart sometimes go together.
Yeah. I don't know,
I
man.
don't know.
It's all I tell you,
connected.
we have to do the work on ourselves, but there are people here to help. I mean, we've all been through so much, and we all go through so much daily. And yes, I'm going to use my Lumebox. I'm going to put some sourdough in the oven. That's another thing. Dr. Tania does sourdough classes. Are you still doing sourdough classes virtual?
Yeah.
In person, or?
I've not done a virtual yet, do in person, but yes, I am doing. I need to do one again because people have been asking.
Yeah. It's just finding the time.
Schedule it. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We'll have to feature some of that stuff too. But I'll put all the links in. Hopefully, please, if you watch this and you found anything interesting about it, reach out to us, either one of us, both of us, and maybe share it with somebody in your life that you think might need to change the route they're on, for their health and their well-being. So, Yeah, thanks for taking the time to watch
Yeah.
this and listen to us. And thank you for being here, my
Thank you
beautiful
for
friend.
having me.
And
Love you.
peace out. Stay
Yes.
long and strong, beautiful people. We will see you soon. Ciao for now. Watch my remote don't work. Watch.